Jesus is known in many new ways after Easter. We remember the women who went to the tomb. We remember Thomas, who wanted to see Jesus. We remember the two that were walking on the road to Emmaus and didn't recognize Jesus until he broke bread with them in a meal. We remember how the disciples were out fishing and they saw Jesus on the shore and they recognized him. We remember how Jesus spoke to them on the mountain. And we remember when Jesus ascended into heaven. Finally, it was the day of Pentecost, or Shavuot, as it is known in Hebrew. It was a time of greening and blooming in the spring. The grain was ripe in the field. The streets of Jerusalem were full of Jews from all over the Roman Empire, going to the temple to remember the legendary 50 days between the Passover, when God gave Moses the 10 Commandments at Mount Sinai. The disciples remained in their room, a place some say was the very room where they shared the Last Supper with Jesus. They talked quietly and prayed. Suddenly, they heard the sound of a mighty wind. It filled the whole house. Bits of fire began to dance around each one. The Holy Spirit had come. Even their tongues felt on fire. In their joy, they rushed out into the streets to tell everyone. The people passing by on the way to the temple thought they were crazy. Maybe they had drunk too much wine. Still, what they said was understood by all, no matter what language they spoke. Peter stepped into this chaos with a confidence and calm that the disciples had never seen before. These people are not drunk like you think. After all, it is only morning. What has happened is what the prophet Joel wrote about. He said that God would pour out God's Spirit on us so that our sons and our daughters will prophesy. The young will see visions. The old will dream dreams. This is what just happened. Many passed by to keep their great traditions and live good lives. Others listened and became baptized. So this is why the color of Pentecost is red. It is the color of great joy and fire. Somewhere, the dove that had descended from the heavens at Jesus' baptism must have been smiling to see all of this. What was happening was like a baptism, but not one with water. This was baptism with fire. Now I wonder what stories this brings to mind. If there's any stories that you remember learning about in class that might help you remember some of these stories or connect to these stories. Keep wondering.